you sent me the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty cool stuff.
Let's see that.
Woo.
Ooh, are you cold?
Yeah, it's getting chilly here again.
Yeah, of course. The winter. Hey,
Starting.
Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
What's up, guys? Hey. Hi.
Hey, Gina.
We got the
How are you doing?
we got the love crew in the house. What's going on?
Love birds.
You know what we just did?
I have no
You
idea.
went for a beautiful hike.
Yeah, no, not really. But today we decided to rent a big house. Yeah. And like you did, Eric, like it's a stretch, but then we need to figure out a way to make more money, and it's a great possibility.
Great possibility to make more money. Now there is a need.
So tell me the plan.
So we just go and we sign the lease and we raise our standards. Then we figure out to make it.
Good. I'm curious. I'm curious about the space that you found. Does it have lots of rooms? Does it have, what do you want to do in it? Because maybe the space, the house can become a place where you attract community to build with you.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, it's much larger. It's like 120 square meters. It's just besides the water. It's like a private beach and a sauna and stuff like that. It's great.
That's great.
Amazing.
I mean, the cat wants to go out, and in our apartment now, she can't go out because it's a lot of cars. So we decide to move, and then the cat can go out.
Of course, that's what I'm thinking. You know, it's always cats and dogs that manifesting everything. We just serving them.
Yeah, I mean.
Also, like Eric, it's like you told me. Like you make the decision, then you find a way.
That's right.
Yeah, and this is a great way for us to raise our standards. And we had a dinner yesterday with Alexandra, her daughter, and some other friends. And she told us about Tony Robbins. He signed the lease on the most expensive house in California, just to raise his standards.
That's right. It was the Del Mar Castle.
Yeah.
We heard about that.
That's a great way to raise your standards. And I believe
that's definitely interesting one.
Yeah, if Tony can do it, we can so. And just 100%. Like Eric and Ronald said, like, no, we just signed up to Platinum Partnership, then we found the money.
Yeah.
First, you make the decisions, then you find a way.
That's the thing. Reasons come first, answers come later.
Yeah.
Good for you. Congratulations. Yeah. We're really, really like super exciting. What a great blessing on a Sunday blessing.
Yeah, it's been a great day today. It's crazy.
So
this is how manifestation is working, right? We have to become it. So we have to go there. That's what you're doing, literally. Go there, and the rest will follow.
And the fun thing is, a week ago there was Gina's birthday, and one of her birthday gifts was just a free blank canvas and some paint. And he said you can paint one of these 3 things, and one of them was her dream house. And we did it. We did that this morning, and the house looked almost the same as the one we went and viewed now.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, talking about manifestation, right?
That's beautiful. That's definitely manifestation, huh?
You know,
Mhm.
when we operate from the heart and we manifest our dreams into reality, we start to live in heaven. And you know, we can always decide, and this decision is our greatest source of strength, is discovering that what's coming through us, it's like we just get to be a part of it. We get to experience, and it's so cool that you're walking with that level of faith. It's so cool to
Yeah.
watch it.
I think, yeah, I think the faith is one of the biggest things I take from this Tony UPW.
Mm.
Faith
Um,
and having the right language.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm really excited I'm excited for your guys' journey. You are such deep integrators of just walking the path. It's so impressive.
And I mean, you are remembering us every day about how to thinking, how to believe in things. So it's thanks to you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. That's why we joined like almost every call, because we're looking so much forward to it.
Means a lot.
What I was just thinking is like also mastering the meaning. Right? So you create the meaning for you to have more to attract more money. And that's what I feel like how abundance works and universe. Like it gives us always what we need to get where we want.
Yeah.
So you create the need for more money, and then that's it. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, you can totally agree with that. And I mean, you're like for others or your pet, you're always resourceful, right? But now you create a way that you need to be more resourceful for yourself.
Congratulations again on the decision. It's inspiring. Very well, very good for Sunday blessing, as Eric said. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be super exciting. Yeah. And just as
Where,
you said, Eric,
I wanted to ask, where in Stockholm did you park? You're gonna be parked?
So this house we found now it's in South Sjöbaden.
South Sjöbaden. Nice. That's a beautiful area.
Yeah, it's very nice, very beautiful. And that's the thing also, like Gina said, like I want to be around people. Good. You open yourself up to abundance.
Energies, frequencies, vibration.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like I try to think more like energy. Money is just energy. It passes through you in everything you do. Like you say, Eric, you're creating. We are the creators, and I really believe that.
Yep. I think you said it very well. You know, like it's passing through, and that's how abundance. If we want to attract abundance, we have to be ready to let go abundantly.
Yeah. Yeah, and like Tony says, decisions are made in peak state.
Mm-hmm.
Have you made a move today?
I actually done my these that you need to repeat every day, incantations, right? I've done those. I've said. What have you
What about you?
guys been up to?
What about you, Mart?
sorry.
I'd love to hear a little bit from you, brother. How are things with you? How's things going?
Well, yesterday was the first match day of the season, so and afterward there was a lovely party. So I'm still a bit. I haven't regained my entire voice yet. It was fun, even though it was an unfortunate loss, but the signs for greatness in the future were definitely there. So very hopeful for that.
That's
At
great.
least the team is very much on the same page that we know it didn't go as good as it could have been, but we're all very much motivated to take that extra step to improve in the quickest way possible as a team. So that's very fun. Also being very close with the entire team, and that's like most of the activities we can actually do as a team, so that's very fun.
I'm a hardcore believer in as long as you did your very best, you won still. Because that's the controllable, right? You can control your input, and
True.
if you do your very best, you will. The output will come, but just focus on the controllable.
That's a master of meaning talks, really.
That is
Love it,
not
Jacob.
something. That's not something I currently can see myself doing at the moment. But I'm on a journey to be more in line of focused on the things that controlling what influences me, or at least realizing it and deciding how I act on it. I've come at least already a very, very far away from nope, winning is everything. It's just, oh yeah, let's go, baby. Into a
Like
more of
this,
also enjoying somebody else's victory in that sense, or triumph.
yeah. It's like almost the same with sales. If you just, or like, for example, cold calling, if you just do your calls, if you do 100 calls a day, don't focus on the result, just keep going. And as long as you do the input, the output will come. I love how Tony Robbins pointed out, like, with the, was it Michael Jordan who shot like 1,000 free throwers a day or something like that? And that's like how much repetition it takes to be a master. Making like 2 million practice shots for like 200 real shots in game.
Yeah, I have experienced it myself, that the difference that practice makes in sport, but you know it's also true for all other things in life. because for me, in my forming years from like 12 to 18, I played volleyball very diligently with a very good coach and trainer. That just made you do the movements like a couple thousand times over those years. And then when you compare it to where I am now, and then see to somebody else that didn't have that background, you can just see that that the floor of your capabilities is raised so much higher than that of others, just because you have done it so many times, that your instinctive movements are already like on a certain degree higher. In that you can really see the power of having somebody who knows his stuff guide you in a way, and then doing the training and just doing the work that gets you to a very beautiful result.
Yeah, I agree. And like in sports, they're also like absolute fucking certainty, right? When you go up for a smash, you cannot hesitate. You need to be certain. You need to like feel it.
If you're not confident about what you're doing, it's not gonna work out.
Yeah. It's really like that, yeah.
I always say in any conversation, the person with the most certainty will always influence the one that has less.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So, in other words, what you're saying, certainty wins all the time. Like it's a greater power.
Well, it's only certain if there is the real truth is that there is no certainty. It comes from inside of you. But you have to cultivate that certainty, because it's something that you get to create. It doesn't come from any external experience or circumstances. It comes from a deeper knowing as a result of learning from the experiences.
Yeah, I totally agree. And like humans are like, you can hear certainty in someone's voice. And that's why it's so important to really like, for example, believe in what you sell. Because people can hear it if you doesn't believe in it. Yeah.
Which is another way of a great way of saying, if you believe in yourself, then you're never actually selling anything. Because the first thing that you need to do is to influence yourself, and that's what creates momentum.
Yeah, that's true.
So whenever we influence, the first relationship that we always need to cultivate is the one with ourselves. And if we influence that behavior in the way that we communicate with ourselves, we can build the necessary momentum that follows our dream path, the path of our internal being or our creator, that has passed on the message of the way that we want to exemplify or manifest our inner being into reality, and create the circumstances around us so that when any adversity shows up in our lives, we actually start to create. And from that creativity, we can transform or transmute or alchemize any situation from, metal into gold. We become the alchemists. And that's another way of optimizing our resilience, because in the past, our experiences from life determined a lot of scarce mentality based off of the predecessors' positionings in the way that they chose to operate and create limitations in our upbringing. And that created that scarcity. To break through that scarcity, you have to step into that element of uncertainty. When you're operating from that element of uncertainty, it allows you to even go and recognize kind of pieces in the puzzle where you start to amplify the reality of the way you choose to see it. However, there's still a moment where you get into these pieces of imposter, not feeling like you're good enough. But if you keep going and you keep focusing on the purpose and you keep amplifying from the place of trusting in your heart's desire and wanting to be congruent with what you want to deliver to the world, you'll follow that purpose and you'll break through the imposter and jump through to generate the momentum to really, really cultivate an influence in the people and in the space and the business and the environment and the culture around you. And from that place, you could then truly, truly create and integrate, the responsible role that you've chosen to come here to do.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. Like the first tell you need to do is tell yourself, and the more you can do it and just have faith, it feels like you just walk with the universe. And that's amazing feeling.
So, guys, I wanted to ask you something. I told you about the children in Iran, and now I have $1,000. But my friend called me yesterday, and she told me that the mother of the children don't let them go to school, and I think the mother is using drugs too. And my friend told me that another friend had told her that the children are using drugs. The boys are using drugs. So, and I sent my friend money, and she bought food for them, but they are still going and begging. And I don't know how to act, because they need money to buy drugs, and it's why the mother don't let them go to school. So I don't know if I have to send them money, and I know if I send them money, they're gonna buy drugs, and if I just buy food for them, they go to begging anyway. What would you do if you was me?
Does anybody want to share before I go?
Go, brother.
So for me, I wouldn't send any money. I would see if there is resources or people on the ground, or a community center that can in some way, shape, or form support them because you're not there, it's going to be important to navigate with somebody that is on the ground so that they can actually support them from a place of rehabilitation. And I imagine that that's probably pretty difficult in Iran. So if the children are using and the mother is using and there's a space of manipulation happening there, from my perspective, there needs to be a third party that is able to communicate with them to find congruence so that they can actually be supported. Because what I'm hearing is that there's a mental misalignment, and you can't help people that don't want to help themselves. This is the one thing that we have to all remember.
Yeah, I mean, Tony says you can help people that won't be helped. So
Say
He said
that again.
I think Tony says you can help people that won't be helped.
Where does he
Am I
say
wrong?
that?
no, he said you can change a person who doesn't want to be changed,
Aha.
like through having the leverage and doing the Dickens process.
Okay, yeah, okay. And then I'm misunderstood. Okay.
So what did you understand based off of Tony's teachings, and what did you emphasize, Jacob? Just so that we create clarity here really clearly.
Yeah, so from my understanding, there was right before he did, or if it was after the Dickens process, this UPW, he said, yes, you can change a person who doesn't want to be changed through the Dickens process.
You have to create leverage. It's not
Yeah.
just the Dickens process. But if they don't want to be changed, you can't change them. You can't force anything on anybody.
No.
They have to be willing enough with enough leverage.
Yeah.
Meaning, what does leverage mean?
Mm.
What does it mean to you?
Pain, a lot of pain.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
if there's not enough pain in their life and they're choosing consistently based off of knowing that they have the support of creating change in an environment that is not creating opportunity, and you're in a distance where you have no ability or to see how to support them,
Mm.
how can you support them? By sending them money?
No.
No, like if they're addicts, they're just gonna use the money to buy more drugs.
I can tell you that when I was an addict, when I was using and people wanted me to go to rehab and I got money, the first thing I did was go use.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was not until I made a decision by myself
Mm.
from a curiosity of knowing that there's something better. So the experience is, do we either get the children, is there a way to get the children out of the environment?
Mm.
Because if you can change their environment, then there's a different story. But you can't create leverage if they stick in that same environment, hoping that they will change.
Mm. Would you send money to buy food for them?
So if somebody else is going to purchase the food for them, but not if they're going to purchase it themselves.
Mm.
Because you don't know that the money is going to go towards food if you send it directly to them.
Yeah.
No, but I can send to a friend who can buy food for them.
Yeah, I would do that. That's a great way of integrating it. And then, because then they have at least food when they realize that they don't have any drugs.
So if you have friends, I think it would be the best that the friend even would cook and invite them for food rather than just give a food. That's what Eric was saying, like to take them out of environment for at least brief moment for dinner. lunch
That's
or
like even
breakfast.
That's a great idea to actually invite them to her house so that they eat there. And maybe that's where they go for dinner or breakfast or because when they can go outside of their environment and they feel safe and they realize that that safety of food and connection and harmony is in a different environment, they will see that there's a different opportunity of life, that there is a change that can be manifested and that there is hope.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask my friend if she can invite them to her house. Thank you, guys.
Would you upgrade their home to a better home?
I would not.
Well, the thing is I think first you need to see if they're willing to come to and change the environment. Are they willing to come to the house regularly to have dinner? And then as they grow and the experience starts to influence them, because your friend will influence them as a result, right?
Yeah.
And if if your friend is able to influence them to start seeing a different opportunity or vision of the future because she's created enough leverage, right? Like you got to think this is essentially the Dickens process in real life. What is happening is that every time that they go over to her house, she's creating an opportunity of the future for them. Where they go back home, they see the pain, and that is what creates the leverage.
That's great. Yeah, that's great.
That's great.
Show both the potential of a beautiful future and the pain of the here and now and the past for maximum leverage. And if you're in that environment for long enough, you have the opportunity to change your beliefs. And once you are willing to change that, everything else can follow.
Exactly. And that's what I say is that you can't change somebody that's not willing to change unless you have the leverage. So that means that you have to have the leverage because think about it. If you're at UPW and you don't want to do the Dickens process, you're not going to do it, right?
Yeah.
So you're not gonna there's thousands of different ways to change, but what I'm fundamentally saying is that you have to make a choice. Your subconscious mind needs to make a choice or feel like there's an opportunity to make a choice. Because if you're still in the same environment or in the same mindset or construct of like, hey, this is all that there is and all that there ever will be, and I'm not even interested in looking at anything else, then that's the reality that they will create for themselves. And if you just bring the food to their house and you don't really change anything, it just creates more of like, oh yeah, this is more comfortable, but maybe I don't even want to eat, or what's the point, you know?
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, but that's a great start.
Yeah, it's a great start.
Hey, Tennessee.
Hello.
Hi, Tennessee.
Guys, I missed
How are you?
what you're talking, but I'm just gonna say, do you know what my cousin used to do back home? She was a bit like helping some kids similar situation like you want to do. So what she did was she actually took them for the day, and then she took them to a place where they could have fun, right? Like so they could just be kids, you know. So like to the beach or to a swim pool club or somewhere they could play or something, and they just were just having a wonderful day, and they were fed, and they just completely disconnected from the reality, right? And then And then sometimes at the end of the day, she brought them back, and then she would bring some, containers with some cooked food, like for the parents as well, as a thank you for let the children go and play for the day. So she did this for quite some time, like for many years. She used to do this, so and she really genuinely helped those families. And it doesn't seem so, but I think it's just in line with what Eric was saying, to taking the house. But if she's, not willing to, if your friend's not willing to take in the house, she could find somewhere that could bring them to have fun, a lot of fun, and just
That's a good
be
idea too,
kids.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
so yeah, and
that's a
yeah,
great idea.
Yeah, I think that was
Yeah.
good too. It's a good plan B. But
Or
somehow
plan
it's like the parents decide, right? So we need to influence the parents. Because the kids are still kids. They don't make
Right.
the decision. And you can't
Right.
take like, kids from parents. That's not helping. So
Right.
we need to influence the parents.
Right. And you have to do that. You have to do that on a separate layer, right? So influencing the children to, first of all, want to like nurture and get enough opportunity of themselves, and then maybe doing the same thing with the parents, seeing if they're open to, healing, having food, doing some sort of, experience that will give them pleasure. Maybe it's not even pleasure, it's just basic needs, but you know what I mean? It will make them feel like they're more healthy or feeling better in some way. It's very hard for me to share the specifics because I'm not there, but however, I imagine based off my own experience, I was getting high every single day from the moment I woke up to the moment that I fell asleep. So, the last thing that I thought about was food. And, only after like a number of days, I would grab food because I was like, and I would, because I was hungry, I was starving. And so, the element of wanting to get clean was because I started to realize that there were people around me that actually gave a shit.
Yeah.
So what they need is somebody that cares around them, the parents, right? I mean, the kids don't know that the parents even care yet, right? So yeah, I mean, there's helping the children, right? And there's influencing the children, getting them to a place where, they can be safe. But there isn't anything in Iran that has like there's nothing, no organization that operates for children or supports children.
There must be, I think, right?
I think so too, but they are.
Yeah.
I don't
But that's what I
think
mean.
they are good places. They just take the children and maybe buy food or something like that, but they don't care about the.
But that's what I mean. So what can you do? So that's what I'm saying is if you really want to influence, then you have to get curious about what's on the ground. You have to get curious about what is actually already there and see how you can influence those leaders, because those are the people that are on the ground and that can actually help. Because unless you plan on moving there, which I don't see that happening as of right now, then it's going to be very difficult for you to actually create the impact that you want. You have to partner with people that are literally there on the ground supporting the cause and have the same mission. So building those relationships is going to be a key integration. Otherwise, those children are not going to be able, you have to have enough leverage for yourself right now you know, to really say, what can I do even more, or how big of a bigger of a responsibility can I take? Because if this is only one family and one community in one area of Iran with one, you know, parent, you know, one parent, one group of parents or couple that is
Yeah.
operating in this way, how many others are there? And if that doesn't give you enough leverage, then maybe this is not the path for you, right? So
Yeah.
you have to get even more bigger on the question, because then the question will start to create more certainty in you to say, okay, who do I need to reach out to? What organizations? What do I need to figure out? How can I influence the organization? What if I can raise for the organizations? How can I support them? Who could be involved? And you start answering bigger questions, because you start finding the answer to solving bigger problems. Because what is happening here is, this is a micro problem to a macro, or micro effect to a macro problem.
Yeah, you're right. I understand what you mean, Eric. I need to do this with others.
First, you have to get curious about what's going on, because I'm hearing a lot of uncertainty in your own experience. So meaning you have to become the awareness of what is happening there, and what organizations you need to influence to take the lead. Because and then from those organizations you can figure out what they need, and then figure out other solutions and solve bigger problems, or get the necessary support.
Yeah. Mm. Mm.
Think about it. If it's really meaningful to you, what are you going to do to make it happen?
I think what I'm thinking about is I need a lot of time to do something like that. And if I just focus on some project like that, maybe I can focus on our company on the same way I do right now. Because now when I wake up, I go to work, I'm sitting in the room, I'm just work.
But you're telling yourself a story, and you haven't even tried yet. You haven't even attempted the conversation. You haven't even built a relationship. You haven't even reached out to somebody, and you're creating a story saying that you don't have the time.
Yeah, you're right.
So you've already lost before you even started.
You're right, Eric.
You haven't even taken the devoted effort of implementing what you truly believe to be true.
Yeah. You're
So
right.
how can you ever create an impact in these children's lives if you're not even willing to do your best?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, I guess the resource that is the most needed is not the money, as we kind of have the casual thinking in the Western society that money gonna fix the things, but that's never almost the case. It's time, energy, presence, action.
Relationships.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it sounds to me like you need to create leverage for yourself. You need to influence yourself based off of what you really want to do.
Mm. Yeah.
It's not about the kids right now. It's about you. It's
Me.
about what you want to actually make a reality.
Yeah. I think I need to believe that it's possible to do something to the kids, because I
What,
think
what do
I have a lot of limited beliefs right now. I'm thinking, no, I cannot have the influence on the uh, who are working with kids. And was someone saying something?
No. So
No.
how can you, if you can't influence, or if you're telling yourself now that you can't influence a group to influence the kids, how are you ever going to help the kids or the family or the parents? When you
Yeah,
can't, that is when you must. Your should needs to become a could. Your should needs to be a must. You should, remember what Tony says, don't should all over yourself.
Yeah, I can agree with that, because Gina has already influenced those who go see the children, because she was super motivated when last time when Gina was there, because she was a little bit depressed from just being home. So she felt like, now I have a mission. I have something to take care about, something to do now.
Yeah, so how, if you have that mission, how can you start seeing that that's possible? You did it when you were there.
Yeah.
You just have to create the time.
Yeah,
have faith.
and I mean, I need to work on myself, because I have a lot of limited beliefs, and I need to work on my limited beliefs. I'm thinking, now I'm in Sweden, I can do anything here from Sweden.
I'm in Canada and you're in Sweden right now. Do you know that?
Yeah. So you're right, Eric. It's about me.
Well,
And
to
the
help
first thing, just stop repeating yourself that you have a lot of limiting beliefs. Like I heard that already maybe 3 times. You keep on saying the same. Like, just break that.
Thank you.
It's a choice and decision.
Yeah.
It's beautiful that you have awareness about those beliefs, and it maybe not always it's a limiting, but labeling them, it could be, unhealthy.
It's not only a must, you get to.
I get to
do something. You get to work on yourself.
Yeah.
Step 1, it's a must, but then you get to, because then you're in a better state of being.
Ah, doggy.
That's Nala, everyone. Look at her.
Oh. No.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna find the number of the I don't know if they are companies or if they are just people who are working with the kids. So my first step is to find the numbers. I can reach people in Iran who are working with the kids, and then maybe book some meeting with them and listening about their needs. And after that, I need to just do a plan how we can help them to help the kids.
You get to, as Mart suggested, and then may I also suggest that you also discuss the other part of it, which is the parents.
Okay.
Because if you get to the root of those problems, you'll discover a new solution.
Yeah. So how would you do that, Eric?
Well, just getting curious, like you said, discovering their needs, listening to what they say, and then also ask the question of, okay, tell me more about how we can do the same for the parents.
Yeah.
What came to me, Gina, is to make a time for dedicate the time. You know, like, is it half an hour a day or 1 hour a day? Make a decision, and then, like, or a week, whatever it you feel you can.
Yeah, I mean, I can start with 1 hour a day. Like,
Whatever
I can
feels right
start
for you, whatever feels, you know, is gonna be like, you're gonna move. The consistency is the key.
Yeah, I can start tomorrow. And tonight I can find numbers.
Beautiful.
And also invite them to your friend for dinner.
Yeah, and
Ask her.
I'm gonna call my friends after this call and ask her about if she can invite them to dinner, breakfast, or something like that.
Yeah, I think that would be impactful to change their environment.
You two are so beautiful. How supportive you are for each other. It's just really, I admire your relationship and dedication and willingness to collaborate. And
Thank you for your kind words.
Thank you.
A question you could ask perhaps is indeed, as was suggested already before, like what are the needs in order to do the collaboration and help the people and the organizations there are doing right now, more of the immediate impact, and then the follow-up question of what does the next level look like? What's needed for that? Take it a step beyond.
What do you mean, Mark?
For instance, now the organizations there maybe help some children, for instance, with a little bit of food or a little bit of support in some way, and people there probably have an idea of how they can help in the immediate moment of, like, many people hungry, you need to feed them. And then if you go deeper, if those needs are already met, say we have fixed that, what does the next step look like? Is that feeding more children? Is that educating the children? What is the next step for them that they would be able to help people? Is it more people or more in depth?
Yeah.
How do the organizations there want to help people, and how can you be a somebody that can contribute to that?
Yeah.
But is everybody okay with it? I have something that I think is very good for us all at the end of this call, if everybody is okay with it.
Yes, of course.
And that is to let us all be grateful for some things in our lives right now that we don't usually take time to stand still, that we are very grateful for them. And I'll start off with this. I am very grateful that I get to walk every day, because it's an activity I just realized I quite actually enjoy doing. And that I'm able to do it. Jacob and Gina, what's something you may not realize you're very grateful for, that you're a bit numb to because you are experience it every day or very often, but standing still by it, wow, I'm so grateful that I get to do this, or I'm able to do it.
For me, that I'm happy the most time is something I'm so grateful for.
I'm really grateful for living in Sweden, because when you hear about Iran and how it looks, how it is over there, I mean, I'm super fortunate, and that's something you don't really like think of much, right? But this is a really good country.
Interesting.
I'm grateful for a memory that I can remember my past, the adventures I went through, the journey. Yeah, yesterday I had an opportunity to use a lot of my memory, to dig in the memory with my friend. We were talking about our adventures around the world, and I was surprised how much I have forgotten, where I have been, what kind of adventures I had in my life. It's just nuts. And of course, Jacob, I really I'm grateful for the same, for these possibility to live in and safely, and
Yeah.
choices.
Mm. Okay.
What about you, Tennessee?
I'm grateful for my body that allows me to experience life every day. Mhm.
Wow. I will tell you something something else. You know, now when we are speaking about to reach out to organization, I know I was in contact with a organization in Iran who is helping people, and I think they are very, very good people. They're living in Sweden, but they are helping people in Iran. So I can just have a meeting with them.
I'm grateful for your memory too now.
Yeah.
I would like to express my gratitude to observe all of this amazing leadership that's happening in the present moment and how everyone is influencing themselves to take even more responsibility. And I'd like to maybe say a moment, a little Sunday blessing prayer, just to kind of really close off the rest of our day with so much grace. So I invite all of us to maybe close our eyes, take a deep breath in. Thank you, beloved Spirit, great teacher, for this amazing gift of benevolent energy focused on solutions that's here to take responsible roles for our future generations so that we don't limit ourselves, but create absolute infinite level of intelligence and are able to permeate consistent and never-ending improvements in the environments and the circumstances that are being created by our predecessors, and recognizing that it's an opportunity of cultivating something even more profound, creating something even more diverse and abundant, and alchemizing this immense gold that you've allowed us to create through the people, the spirit, the land, the abundance that you continue to serve through us, with us, alongside us. May we continue to be abundant, benevolent beings that serve through you, in your service, alongside you, together. Aho. Mhm.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Look, we even got all the family, the furry family here with us.
Yeah, as soon as you start saying the prayer or the blessing, the prayer, she came as well here.
We're blessed. We are so blessed.
Yeah, we're so glad.
So one thing I just want to end off before we go is for the next week, tomorrow we'll still have this, but I would love to see if there's anyone that is interested in leading the calls while I may not be able to attend. If there's anybody that's interested, please reach out to me or let me know, and I will give you access to the Zoom so that we could still post it in the group, things can still be happening, and we can continue the momentum. I'd be very, very grateful for any support or anyone that wants to, take that on, just so that we don't have to pause anything or stop anything while I'm, doing some other things. So let me know, and that would be grateful. Whatever feels best for anyone. I'm, no expectations, of course.
I feel I can do that, brother. If you're given access to Zoom, then yeah, sure.
I love you, bro.
Learn how to do it. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Means a lot, man.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah. Teamwork makes the dream work. Let's.
I'm here anyways every day, so what's the difference?
Oh, I love it. We're really such an amazing team, everyone. I really am grateful for this gift of life. Thank you so much for all of your energies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you all for showing up.
Thank
Have
you.
a beautiful Sunday, everyone.
You too. Love you.
You too.
Love you all.
Much love.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye bye.